Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Umbras and today we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing. We'll be driving, starting off with the powerful Nissan Stagea station wagon. Four-wheel drive, very powerful engine, little bit of weight, but we can handle the weight. Welcome everybody coming in, hope you're doing well today. I think we should start off with a race around Autumn Mountain to celebrate the fall weather that is now coming to Maryland as well. It is starting to get chilly. It is getting nice and cold. Although Cave's back. Yeah, I change out the outfits every once in a while and everything. I do intend to make some more sometime in the near future. Probably sometime, maybe during the holidays I might make another one. But yes. It is good to be here. Oh, that all-wheel drive grip though, that acceleration. It launches ahead. Alright, we're braking around 70 meters. Third gear. See if I still remember how to drive Autumn Mountain. I believe so. Autumn Mountain isn't a too particularly difficult a course. But it is still a very, very fun track. It is one of my personal favorites. Just the beautiful fall leaves, the rolling hills. The fact that the track itself can actually produce some really good battles. Car wants to understeer just a little bit. I think I'm overdriving the car just a tad. Kind of get reused to the way the vehicle is handled here. There we go, no wall taps. I just got done eating dinner and then practicing for an endurance race this Sunday. So got to practice a little bit of Zen in an M2 touring car. So this is very different. I'm an older game, not quite the same as the modern Sims, but it feels still really good to drive. And you get such a wide variety of street cars. They get to absolutely tear through the tracks with. Alright, we have the Nismo R34 behind us, catching us up really quickly, I think. I think they're going to be the only ones that'll really give us some trouble. The rest of them are nowhere to be seen. We have decent straight line speed, but that Nismo is very quick. 2 seconds back there. Nissan versus Nissan, basically. Oh, in the Japanese countryside. Beautiful scenic areas. A perfect battle for a duel between these two cars. Although it looks like right now, we may actually be eking out. Yeah, we did gain another 0.2 seconds on the Nismo Skyline. So I think we may be able to pull this off. Maybe. Not if we keep doing that though, that's gonna kill our speed. That is absolutely gonna kill our speed if we keep sliding and going into the dirt and everything. And you see there, they gain 0.4 back on us. Come on. Let's see if we can't pull away. It's gonna be a close fight regardless though, because even if they catch us back up, we'll be able to fight right alongside them. There we go. Gain that 0.4 seconds back. I'm grinding more of the oval race than iRacing. Oh, nice. What kind of cars you driving and everything? I know you just recently, you said you managed to get up to the D license, so you get a lot of options available to you. You get a lot of options available to you. Okay, second gear for that corner. Third gear, you're gonna understeer. A lot of options available to you with regards to what kind of series you want to do. Still most of the street stocks. All right, nice. Is there a D license series for the street stocks, or I thought they were only rookies? I know there's a D license of the Legends, not the 87 Legends, but the little Ford 34 Ford Legends that mainly runs in a lot of like the short tracks, both the paid and the free short tracks, with the occasional road course as well. And I've heard those are fun. If I get into ovals, I think that'd be like one of the main things I do is those the little legend cars. Took a Satsuma from a garage full of parts of tuned and running in 2.5 hours. That's pretty good, man. Congrats. Does it pass inspection? Time will tell, right? It'll be soon. Yeah, the rookie class, but oh, you can't afford the other D class at the time. Yeah, iRacing is expensive. I'm looking at doing a league thing this winter in iRacing with the TCR cars, and I'm looking at the price of the Elantra and some of the tracks I need to buy, and I'm like, that's a little pricey. That's a little bit pricey. It will. The only reason I didn't drive it is because my wheels are still at Fataris. Yeah, getting the fresh tires, the Goma Gobra tires probably. Because I've heard the normal tires just aren't worth it. And for the price increase, the Goma Gobra tires are just so much better. So I went pretty much immediately with those. Although I do want to get a set of rally tires, at least for the higher level rally. Because I think those would be really, really useful. And also because, well, we literally have, you know, an extra set of rims. May as well put the rally tires on those. The cheap tires are good for the spares and the stock relays. That's a good point. Having a spare tire could be nice as well. I think I'm gonna eventually put the rally tires on the stock Sealies though. Flexing, I'm enjoying watching my sim. Yep, next Monday. Monday as always. I try to keep a fairly consistent schedule. That way those that are here for like only certain games and everything, which is totally valid and totally perfectly fine. You know, they can make sure, you know, alright, I mainly want to watch, like, my Summer Cry stuff, they can come Monday. Or, you know, if they want to watch, you know, like, the GTA games, I can make sure they show up on, like, the Tuesdays and everything. They mentioned except for the car, but it's also the GT mode. So you managed to get all the body parts, like the lip spoiler, the louvers, the rear spoiler and all that stuff. Nice. I know it took us my playthrough took us a while to get all of those. Alright, probably one more race in the Stagea. I don't usually mess the plastic out. Okay. So, but it probably has like the paint and stuff then maybe, right? Welcome, Bloodwolf. I hope you're well. Ooh, a 6-lap race of Victoria Road. Racing through the heart of London. I think this would be fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, I got a lot of high-speed corners here, so the heavier Stagea may struggle a little bit. But we also have lots of acceleration zones that I think the Stagea, with its four-wheel drive, will absolutely tear through. You just hear the turbo pressure as well. Okay, a little bit of understeer. No paint yet either. Too broke. Yeah, the paint is expensive in that game. Holy moly. So you're focused primarily on just getting Suzuki. Get the girl, don't die. Right. Good enough. I think things are pretty good. Got to do a little bit more practice for the endurance race Sunday. Had some nice dinner. Now relaxing, we're playing Enthusia professional racing in absolute big chungus of a station wagon. Trying to hold off as many slowest, lighter, more maneuverable sports cars as we can. It ain't gonna be easy though, that's for sure. Usually wait until after I do the vandalism job before I buy the high ticket items inventory. I've never gotten asked to do that yet. Is there like a certain timer? Is he supposed to call you? How do you get the vandalism job from Flatori? I asked that. I mostly bought most of the big ticket items anyway. So I'm just really happy. Nice, glad to hear, man. Glad you are doing well. Oh man, that NSX and that the roof behind us. Oh, yep, they managed to get by us. They're just very rapid in a straight line. Holy moly. Yeah, we're up against some of the big players. Up against some of the big players in this game. Some of the really fast cars. Let's try to keep pace with the roof. I keep wanting to call it a Porsche just because I'm playing so much Need for Speed. But yeah, the roof isn't even fast at Porsche. And legally distinct Porsche. Because at the time, EA still had near exclusivity with the Porsche license. Basically, you have to get into like you shopping by the shop regularly and spending money to build a rep. Usually buying the engine parts and a couple of tires to do the trick. Okay. I'm surprised, like we delivered 3 of the 4 wrecks. I'm surprised he doesn't like us already. Because like you'd think, you know, getting, you know, barn finds or things to use for parts or like all that stuff, like that would get him like super excited, you know. But I guess not. Delivering wrecks doesn't count. Aww. That is so disappointing. You'd think that would count like massively, you know? Dude, you could deliver, you know, a historic vehicle directly to him for him to either tinker with or, you know, part out or whatever, like. We're basically, without being prompted, helping him with his business and stuff. Like, it just, I don't know, doesn't make sense. Guess you know I'm happy. Yes, you talked to the one person, and things are going well, which I'm happy about. Congrats, man. Hope it continues to go well, man. Oh, whoa. Oh, that got us all crossed up. We have a very angry British car on our rear. We need to pull away. You also don't want to do the works until after division on the job since that's official income increases. Ah. Yeah, that's true. Oh well, at this point, like I bought most of the big ticket items. The only thing left that I have to really buy from Flatori is the rally tires and the roll cage, and both of those aren't like super. They aren't like super expensive. At least not compared to the paint. Paint is very pricey. Awesome, congrats, man. Oh, and hopefully y'all get to see each other soon, you know, with the long distance stuff as well. Hopefully it works out. Alright, there we, ooh, gosh, okay. Just a really first step. Yeah. But hey, first step, you know, is still really awesome. Better than no steps at all, right? So congratulations, man, that's awesome. Oh boy. Alright, yeah, the rear of the Stagea really likes twerking. Getting just a little bit crossed up in some of these corners. Yeah, the dating scene is very, very different these days with the online dating and everything, and the all of that stuff. It definitely makes things interesting for sure. Trying to figure out ways to, you know, meet and interact with people in a meaningful way in the internet age is, it's tough. It's a shame she's in the US. True, you have to figure out a way to make something like that work. I know there's a lot of stuff you can do online at least, where you can kind of, you know, enjoy each other's companies there, like watching a movie and all that stuff. Welcome, Petra. I'll be honest, I don't really know as much about the GTA 4 cars compared to like GTA 5 or the 3D era. They all kind of handle similarly to me. So I don't know nearly enough about how to rank them. But anyway, we're not doing GTA now. We're in Enthusia, and we're in a tight battle. The lightweight TVR versus the heavyweight Nissan Stagea. Japan versus the UK. Power versus finesse. Oh, they're still alongside me. Oh, that's understeer. That is understeer. All right, let's get that back. I tried to rally cross it. I tried to rally cross it around the roundabouts. It did not work out well. Oh gosh. Right, soft suspension. Car gets real crossed up on heavy braking. Yeah, it's been a while. But hey, congrats, man. Hopefully this goes well for you. Oh, it's the thing though. They get past you and then they just soar off into the distance. Like we're still good enough to get points, quite a large number of points, as we are technically slated to be one of the slowest cars on the grid. But we are really pushing this the Stagea to its absolute limit. Oh, easy. Save it. Oh, it's a little bit spicy over the bump as well. But it's not too bad. Not too much longer to go. 2 more long straights. Technically 3 more long straights and a couple of tight twisties. You guys can see the rubber I lay down at certain parts, sliding it through the corners, burning the rubber, absolutely embedding it into the ground. Oh no! Yep, that was very bad. That was very bad on the corner. Holy moly. Ah, that's on me. That one was on me. Goodyear loves yes. Hey, look, we're rubbering down the track to help, you know, add some more grip later on. That's how it works, right? You just, you know, lay down as much rubber. Also, want to try to draw the rapid Uranus low speed with some redesign. Ooh, best of luck, man. I know the most recent Mustang you drew in the Discord server, it was pretty good. So, you know, definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully it goes well. That's a big thing with drawing as well. You just gotta keep doing it and gradually, you know, get better and better at it and everything. But it is very, very tough as well, for sure. Alright, do we have any premium sedans? No, no premium sedans. I don't think we have any multi-purpose, so specialty car. Let's see what options we have here. We have... Oh. Ooh, we have a new row! No, we don't. We have the 180SX. I got overexcited. Alright, 180SX. Let's do this one. The S13 Sylvia. In the midnight purple. Yes! Little turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. Making just over 200 horsepower. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one to drive. Alright, let's get the suspension just a little bit spicy. A little bit more towards acceleration because there isn't a whole lot of torque in this little inline 4. Welcome, Adachi! Just making dinner. Ooh, nice. What are you having? I had, my wife made chicken chow mein for dinner. And it was, oh my gosh, it was really tasty. I absolutely, delicious. I really liked it. And tomorrow I'm making, chicken jalapeno macaroni casserole. So that is gonna be fun. Yes, it is absolutely a gringo food, but it's tasty food. It's essentially chicken taco mac and cheese. Oh, alright, we got the Firebird. Got another Nissan coupe behind us, the Skyline coupe. Otherwise known as the oh no, not the Skyline coupe, the Skyline sedan. Otherwise known as the G35 sedan in the States. Welcome, Elshu. Had the worst luck. I dropped my phone in the snow and it was covered in some... Uh-oh. Make sure if you can, turn it off. You know, let it dry out and everything before you try to turn it on. Oh, so what is everyone making for Thanksgiving? Ooh, that is a good question. I'm making nothing. I am making a different mac and cheese casserole. It's gonna be essentially it's mac and cheese with the Velveeta cheese sauce and everything. And then I'm gonna basically layer it with a mixture of mozzarella cheese, breadcrumbs, and Italian seasoning. So it's gonna be one layer like the macaroni, then like the layer of the cheese and seasoning, then another layer like the macaroni, then another layer of the cheese and seasoning. You're Hispanic, or is your wife Hispanic? Technically no. But I did grow up in a fairly heavy, Latino population neighborhood. So, but I am not. I am not Hispanic. Great food though. Absolutely love this food. So, you know. Always happy to make it. Both the gringo versions and like the more authentic type of style versions. Honor. I'm not sure I'd be called that, but yeah, like I definitely like there's definitely like aspects of the culture and everything I do quite like and all that stuff. And my wife, on the other hand, she is part Chinese, so, so at least able to, you know, at least able to claim that when regards to making food before people, you know, get upset or whatever. Like, it's food. It's gonna be nom eaten anyway. It's a Wednesday morning, and I dropped my phone in the snow, but I had to take it apart. The whole case to dry it off. Oh no! Hopefully, able to at least get it dried off before, you know, you got it into school and everything. Okay, car gets a little bit squirrely over the crest. Oh, the speed though through Radion, or the backwards Radion. I got different family sides. Yeah, this year we're going to my wife's side of the family, up in Pennsylvania and everything. Last year we went to my side of the family, so we do alternate the years as well. I was originally going to be making a pumpkin bread pudding with a whiskey cream sauce, but her sister's making homemade pies, so we're making a regular side dish instead. But I'm happy to make that either. I genuinely enjoy cooking, so it's one of those really, really nice, you know. Because here's the thing, you put in the hard work and then you get to eat your hard work. And it tastes good, usually. And if it doesn't, you usually can learn how to, you know, make it taste better. Like, cooking is such an essential skill to have. Especially if you're, like, on a budget or whatever. Learning how to make healthy and, like, tasty foods on, like, a shoestring budget is, like, super key. I'm half Greek, half Dutch. I mean, at that point, that's just European. Cause like, with Europe, you know, you guys, like, yeah, you have a bunch of like different countries and cultures and everything as well. But like, from what I gather, there's, especially nowadays, there's a lot of like intermingling between like the different like country cultures and everything. So you get like those types of combinations and all that stuff. Which is still really, really cool. Oh, the fact that we're keeping up with the Viper is genuinely impressive. Like, I think we tuned the S13 to be pretty good, actually. Like, we're not quite able to like pass it or to catch it, but we are able to essentially hold our ground and tear through the low-end steering course. Thinking of making chili and Tuscan soup. Ooh, nice. That sounds delicious, man. Especially the Tuscan soup. Ooh, what all is in the Tuscan soup? And especially like if it's like cold weather and everything, like having some nice hot soup. Oh my gosh, yes. That goes well. Oh, a little bit of a twitch. A little bit of a twitch coming over the crest. Nice. There we go. Alright, that should give us at least one level up, if not more. That was a really, really clean, very good race. A little bit lighter. There we go. And our ranking number increased. I didn't know all about speed, the handling. Yes, that is true. The S13 is just genuinely gorgeous as a vehicle as well. You know, it's got just super awesome. I mean, this is the Japanese version as well, so it has the SR20 the SR20 engine, which is just, you know, you get that turbocharger, you get that, you know, that horsepower per liter and everything, and it is just really awesome. I do like the I do prefer the fastback over the notchback S13. I'm a little bit sad that the S14 and the S15 never got a notchback version. Speaking of cooking, you want some Greek recipes to try? Ooh, by all means, yeah. Like, if you have recipes you want to share with people, I definitely recommend putting them in the food and cooking section on the Discord, because that allows me to kind of go back through, look at all of them. They're having a few that wife and I have like looked up for like dinner and everything, and we're like, ooh, that sounds fun. Let's try that. Like, I did try the mashed potato grilled cheese, and actually it turned out pretty well. It's definitely, ow, can you not ram my rear? Buy me dinner first, please. It's definitely better with a sharper cheese, I think. Like, you don't really want to do it with like a softer cheese like provolone or like mozzarella or whatever. It definitely tastes better with like a sharper like a Colby Jack or like a sharp cheddar. I think that goes a lot better with the kind of contrasting with the creaminess of the mashed potatoes. It's almost like a baked potato sandwich in a way. But yeah, that was tasty. That was very tasty. Man, I would say it's a really garlic-heavy food. Oh yeah, don't worry, I can handle like garlicky and like, you know, heavily seasoned food. I live for that stuff. Welcome, Reggie. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Right now we are at the Nordschleife, the one that isn't part of the GP, that doesn't have the GP circuit as part of it. And holy cow, it feels so different driving this versus the ACC version. You can use the curbs a lot more here. Ooh, homemade lamb gyros. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh man, okay, this thing. No stickums and cucumber sauce. Yeah, the pure. Yeah, I know there was. It was kind of similar to a gyro. But it was like the Middle Eastern, Mediterranean kind of version, where instead of the tzatziki sauce, it had a spicy garlic sauce. But it was, you know, like with the roasted lamb and everything on like a flatbread wrap type of thing. And let me tell you, that hit different. That was tasty. I haven't found that food truck again, but I had it once at a car show, and like, my dude, that was tasty as well. I'm gonna use seconds to make Italian beefs. Ooh. Now I'll admit I do use steakums as well. Primarily for basically making like homemade like Philly cheesesteaks. I know that's a little bit sacrilegious, but like, if I'm gonna be buying steak, I'm gonna be cooking steak. I'm gonna be making like a nice roast in a slow cooker with, you know, the vegetables and the broth inside and everything with a little bit of red wine. Second USA costs too much. Yeah, it is a bit of a pricey meat. It's not Isaac, because you're the one that's cooking. Like, I don't know, like, part of me kind of wants to try, like, you know, like taking maybe like even a cheaper cut of steak or something, and making like an actual like cheese steak sandwich or whatever. But it's just one of those things where at that point, like, I don't really notice the taste as, like, the difference in taste as much. Like, yeah, it's a little bit less greasy, but, like, at that point, you know, you kind of want a little bit of the grease because you want the sub, you know, you want to kind of get into the sub roll and make it a little bit less dry and everything. Tzatziki is so easy to make, though. And I guess stronger flavor during the week. Nice. I quite like tzatziki sauce, but it doesn't quite like me for some reason. But I still, whenever I get a chance, I do have a little bit on, like, you know, like the gyros and everything. It's really hard to find a butcher nowadays too. Yeah. My family knows a hobbyist butcher that kind of basically does it more so as like a side thing. Because he's, you know, avid fisher, avid hunter, and all that stuff. So whenever my family, you know, goes fishing, whatever, we're like, hey, can you clean and fillet our stuff too? And it will usually like give him like 30 to 50% of the meat, depending on what kind of stuff it is and what all he wants. Usually like pre-season some of it too, which is like really, really good. Especially if he makes like the deer's, like the deer duck sausages. Those, oh my gosh, those are good. It's been forever since I've had that though, but having deer kibata is like the actual like Polish style sausages, like, oh my gosh, it is good. And now I'm hungry. Okay, a little bit slidey. The rear of the car likes to go just a click or two. A little bit more than what I'm bargaining for. Alright, brake just at the bottom of the hill. Go over here, you can run it wide. Cut to the left. On the bright side, now that I've practiced it in ACC so much, it's easier. It is easier here. Oh, I say, as I nearly bin it. Greek yogurt, garlic, and cucumber. Cooking, but it'll take a while. Nah, all good, man. Hopefully the food tastes good. Gotta peel the potato too. Ooh. Oh, here comes YouTube corner. Brake a little before the jump. Oh, run it out wide. Save it, save it, save it, save it, save it, save it, save it. Alright, so I started to practice YouTube at Enthusia. Right there, it does not like us. I don't have the blue tent to use as a braking reference. I can use that sign now. That sign is about where I'd brake for the left-hander. Oh, we got the Impreza behind us. Use the banking as much as we can there. Alright, run it out wide and then begin to cut ourselves back. Watch for understeer because the track does come away from us. Alright, on to the main straights. I mean, I'm hungry. Welcome, Wef. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this thing. Oh. We are getting past. We are getting past. The Impreza is just so much faster than us on the straight. Can have the lemon juice, but I don't recommend it as it goes sour. Ooh. Alright, down a gear. There we go, there we go. If you continue straight here, you go onto the GP circuit. But we are making the right. Ah, 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds down compared to first place. Not bad though, we beat everyone else. We beat other high-end sports cars. Oh, you have olive oil most of it. Ooh. Welcome, Jibby. Oh yeah, there's plenty of games that have the Nürburgring. So yeah, you have this one, Enthusia. You have GT4. You have Need for Speed Shift and Shift 2 Unleashed. You have, I believe, Project Cars 4. You have quite a few, believe it or not. But yeah, it is. At least the earlier games, not as many in the had in the words Schleifer. But it is still a great track to race on though, holy moly. The band have a console on December 12th. Oh nice, best of luck. School tour on the 13th and event from Instrument on the 14th. So very, very busy. Oh, best of luck, man. Hope it goes well for you. The thing I hate the most about cooking is washing out stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I love cooking. I hate doing dishes afterwards. Alright. Make another lasagna soon. His sister spent some time in Italy. Ooh, homemade lasagna. That sounds delicious, man. I haven't made homemade lasagna in a while. I usually don't have enough people to cook for that. As with the lasagna, it's usually, you know, you're making a fairly large, you're making a fairly large quantity. So you either end up with like a lot of leftovers, or you end up, wasting a lot of time on a very, very small lasagna. It does freeze well, that is true. That is one part that does make it nice. So you can kind of almost do it as like meal prep or whatever. But there's only so many times you can reheat it as well, unless you're basically kind of cut up into smaller or like dinner-sized portions, what have you. Oh yeah, the Nordschleife is just, it's a very different course than pretty much anything else most modern drivers drive on. It is twisty, it is technical, it is long, it is essentially a rally stage before like GT racing cars. And they used to race Group C cars on the Nordschleife, the full combined course. And even before that, in the 70s, they raced F1 there. Like, that is a little bit ridiculous, is it not? Racing F1 cars on that track. Needless to say, it was very dangerous. Whoa! Alright, little bit squirrely there on the braking. Yeah, Niki Lauda almost died there as well. And I think that because of that, like, the next year they just didn't race there. They found a different track to race on. The only problem with the Greek food and Italian food is it's heavy on stomach. True. You get the crazy amounts of like the carbs and everything. But it tastes so good. And especially like after a long run, or like a heavy, like a hard race or whatever, like actual like running race. Oh my gosh, you need those carbs to kind of, replenish and everything. Oh, the salt too. True. But I mean, like, it's the same with like a lot of like your Latino food. Like it also has a solid amount of salt in it as well. It's just a lot of cooking, unfortunately. Yeah, they created the base of the GP course for the safety standards. It's a shame that F1 doesn't race on a GP course anymore. Like, it is a genuinely great course. I enjoy racing on it in, like, ACC. Yeah, Italian foods had the cheese, they had the carbs, they had the meats. And it just tastes good. But yeah, you are indeed thirsty afterwards, like, holy moly. blessed with the cast irons. I'm like, for the most part, like I can handle spicy better than most Americans. But I gotta be careful because like dairy, gotta love the lactose intolerance debuff. That doesn't be a big deal compared to Eastern Asia, but the cheese, yeah, the cheese will make you thirsty as well. Most Americans, still though, like I can handle. I can handle like, you know, very spicy stuff. I quite like spicy stuff. Especially since the USA is multi-plat. True. Oh! Sideways, sideways. Plus sideways. Oh, starting to get sideways again. The USA is in melting pots. Yes, we have all the tasty people. We have all the tasty people in our country. I mean, wait, what? What's the best fried chicken place you've been? Ooh. Okay. I can actually talk about this one. Unfortunately, they're not there anymore. They used to be there. It was this place up in Watkins Glen, New York. Alright, my family visited there back when I was in high school. We went to, you know, like Corning Museum of Glass, Niagara Falls, all that stuff, right? But in town, close to the Motor Racing Research Center, and close to where the gorge is, there used to be a fried chicken place called Chicken Joe's Fried Chicken Shack. And let me tell you, like, dollar per dollar, that was really good chicken. I'm not sure what kind of spices they use for that, but like it was seasoned really well. It was nice and crispy. The meat was juicy, not dry. Like it was good. It was really good. And it had like a couple different like dipping like sauces as well. They had like a barbecue, and they had like a really tasty kind of hot garlic sauce. That was really good. Never forget my introduction to wasabi. Turns out it wasn't a thumb-sized blob and eggplant-based piece. I thought, oh no, your poor nose. There's a place called Harold's Chicken, but I like the Korean fried chicken the most. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that is true. Korean style fried chicken is really good. I mean, sometimes, you know, long day, you're hungry and everything. You're like, oh, you know what? That'd be tasty. Let's have a little bit of this. Especially if you don't have like context or whatever, maybe. Jerky fried. That's more like a stew. Oh yeah, Jamaican jerk chicken is so good. Oh my gosh. You have that. You have the plantains. You have the what are the patties? The little beef patties. Oh my gosh, there's a place. I had bad jerk. Oh no. Having bad jerk is not fun. But no, there's a small place just up the road from where I work. I'm not gonna name it because I will end up doxing myself. But there is a small place. There's a little blue building right off the side of the road where close to where I work. And it's literally like Jamaican owned and operated and everything. Or like Jamaican American owned and operated. And oh my gosh, their chicken is really good. But the thing I like the most though from that place is those beef patties with the spicy brown sauce. I don't know what it's called, but the brown sauce, the kind of almost kind of sweet, kind of spicy, kind of smoky. Like it's not barbecue sauce. It's a little bit like not. It's a bit thicker and a bit more grainy than barbecue sauce. Yeah, the Jamaican beef patties, those are good. Those are really really good. Select the double fried chicken better. Ooh, though that is good too. Yes, Konami is the one that designed this game. Konami designed this game as an attempt to rival Gran Turismo 4. Let's go jump states a good jerk. Well, here in Maryland, we do have a fairly large Caribbean and Jamaican population. Pretty much most of the East Coast, Maryland and South, has a solid population of Jamaican people as well. And yeah, you got some good food. You got some real tasty food. Or Cuban food. Oh my gosh, Cuban food is so good. Like, I know it's basic, but Cuban style pork and beans is really tasty. Go to Vegas. Gosh. I imagine food is expensive in Vegas, though. Like, especially if you're going for, like, the big restaurants. What state has high Greek population? For states, usually it depends, because states are pretty big. Maryland, most of like the Baltimore, Annapolis areas got some solid Greek population. The Philly area in Pennsylvania's got decent sized Greek. And certain areas in New York City also have a fairly large Greek population. Those would be your big places to find them on the East Coast. Welcome, Mr. Midnight. Been playing more Angry Birds Star Wars 2. Nice. You gotta be close to completing that. Still looks good despite being released almost 20 years ago. Yes, these games feel really good to play. The Gran Turismo games, the Enthusias. Like, it's still accessible enough that you can pick up and play it even if you're not like super into cars. But like, once you do figure out like once everything clicks, like it's just a blast to play. The cars really feel, you know, more alive as you turn off more and more of the assists. As, you know, you get better and better at setting them up and everything. As you get better at picking out your braking points. All that stuff. Like, it is really fun. Back on a shotgun, I used to regularly visit the Jamaican place in New Jersey. Ooh, that sounds tasty, man. But yeah, it's the little hole-in-the-wall places that sometimes end up just absolutely, you know, just being some of like the best food ever. Little tiny, like, you know, places that you wouldn't normally think about visiting, but you're like, you know what, let's give it a shot, and it's just so good. Higher 3 stars in every level except for the rewards chapter. Ooh. So the bonus levels, which I imagine those ones are a little bit tougher, because those ones, you know, they're basically, okay, you managed to do this in the base game. Here's an extra challenge for you. Oh gosh, I do like the way the screen kind of have the darker section around the screen as well to kind of showcase and kind of give it a little bit more movement and trying to showcase the weight transfer of the vehicle. That is genuinely really cool as a feature. It's subtle. It's not enough to make you dizzy or just disoriented, but it is a really awesome, really awesome idea. To unlock levels in the rewards chapter, you have to reach a certain point threshold with the characters in the game. Oh gosh. And I imagine even those also get tough just to unlock. But I imagine it's difficult to then also 3-star as well. I like a level tailor made for the character. So is there a level for every single character then? Or only like the more of like the mainline ones? Oh, every character does. Ooh, nice. Very, very nice. Typical gibbies, if you're able to visit Greece, the less tourists here, the restaurant, the better it is. I mean, that's kind of the same for like most places you go though, because the tourist restaurant are kind of designed for a more homogenized global taste. You know, maybe more, you know, suited to fit a foreign palate or what have you. But you go to like, you know, the places lesser known, but like at least not lesser known to like the tourists, better known to the locals. You know you're gonna get like the good food there because one, you're gonna have like the repeat, you know, customers and everything. So you're gonna need to get the, you know, the good food if you want the repeat customers. And two, you know, it's gonna be, you know, more authentic and everything, right? At least that's my understanding of it. 8, 9, 50. Nice. Only the Rebels characters have difficult thresholds. I think Ezra requires 1.5 million points. That is a lot. That is a lot. I know it's technically not a Sylvia, but the S13 is such a nice vehicle. It's one of the first of the Sylvia family to begin using the multi-link rear suspension as well. So you got the independent suspension all around, and the high-end ones, including this Type X. They have the limited slip differential as well for, you know, extra handling fun. Ooh, the Star Festival. We could probably finish third. I think we could finish third. Third or fourth for sure. I think we could finish either third or fourth. Whereas Qui-Gon requires only 130,000. Major difference there. Holy moly. Talk about achievement inflation. Holy moly. Early on, you're like, okay, yeah, I can get that. You know, later on, holy cow, how do you even manage to do that? Because I doubt Ezra's ability is all that powerful. I'm not too familiar with Star Wars Rebels. But like, I doubt like Ezra's ability is powerful, you know, that powerful to, you know, be able to effectively get that many points, that much destruction and everything, right? You play levels with those characters open. Oh, it's cumulative. It's a cumulative score. I see. S's ability is launching lasers. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Oh, we got the dour EB-110 behind us. Little inline 4 versus a V12 supercar, and it bounces off the metal. Okay, so if you have like a heavy metal one, now does it go through like all material, like outside of metal? Does it go through all like the other materials? So it essentially like kind of continues in a straight line, destroying pretty much anything in its path, or like as soon as it hits something, it just destroys it and it stops. Oh, so you can pull up cool trick shots. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so it goes through all non-metal materials, and then it just keeps going until it like ends up off the screen, right? Or something like that. Because otherwise, like you shoot and oh wow, you broke down like one wood piece. Bravo. Oh, the dower. The dower is behind us still. We gotta push. Oh, it's super cautious. We're basically playing extra defensive against it, trying to hold it up for as long as we can. Oh, and it's looking for a gap on the inside. We are not giving it enough room to make it go. It's gonna have to go way around the outside, and usually the AI does not like passing you on the outside. It ends when it either goes off-screen, hits your solid level, connected to the... okay. So it goes into it hits basically a non-breakable object. Nice. So that's a pretty powerful ability then. I can definitely see how you'd be able to manage to accumulate, you know, 1.5 million points of that, but it's still gonna take a long, long time. Does the game at least track that for you? Like, hey, you've done this much damage out of this much damage to unlock this level? Or is it basically, you have to just keep doing it and hoping it eventually unlocks? Alright, almost halfway done. The dower is still right on our tail. Ooh, alright, it's getting a little aggressive. It is getting just a little bit aggressive. Back to the left, back to the left. Ooh, that wasn't a good turn. Brake just a little bit early. Yep, that's gonna kill our momentum. Come on, we gotta push through the bank corner. Okay, it'll at least give you a percentage meter, so that's good enough then, I guess. It's better than nothing. Welcome, Christina. Honestly, Ezra's build is pretty cool, but Vader and Pork said Anakin is the most fun. That's the one where they basically create like a gravity well, right? And then Vader's is like electrified, I believe. Something like that. Alright, we managed to lose third place. Oh, we managed to lose second place, but we should be able to hold off. What is that behind us? I don't recognize that name, so that's probably from Rebels. What does Kanan do? Kanan? Kanan? How do you pronounce that? I've legit like only seen like maybe one episode of Rebels, and that was when I was watching some of my younger family members. I personally have not gotten a chance to really see Rebels. Anakin and Vader, the same ability. Kanan, okay. So what does Kanan do? Alright, 2 to go. 2 to go. Ooh, that was really close to a new best lap as well. That was really, really nice. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Fourth place is close behind, but not nearly close enough for us to really worry too much about. Like, I can't even see them on the rear view. So we should be good. I think we'll be good. Hopefully. Got 1.5 laps to go. One and a half laps to go. His ability is like Laser Bird's ability from Angry Bird Space, but one crack, coke, speed, steroids. Okay, so he basically creates the laser, then like charges through it or something like that. If I remember correctly. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Welcome back, Kadachi. Hope you're doing well. We're on the final lap. We're trying to hold our own. Not sure what state is happy population. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of more like your East Coast states more than anything else. Especially like your Northeast states. Probably have your highest Greek population. Like I know New York City has a decent amount. Baltimore definitely has a solid amount of Greek population. DC does as well. Philly too. Like they all have like a solid like Greek quarter even. Whole sky just flashed blue lightning. Oh wow. That's crazy. He speeds to the area you tap and destroys any glass to win this path. Ooh. A lot of Greeks with dark pockets. That makes sense then. So yeah, a lot of your like your coastal cities, your coastal U.S. cities have still a very large Greek population. Like Baltimore. Baltimore is and was a major port city. So. There we go, that was a good race. And we got some levels up. We got some levels as well. Some grippy attire, some grippy boys. I'm getting messaged. Why am I getting messaged? Zeb's ability is also really powerful. What is Zeb do? So if it's part of the stage, he stops. So you basically have to really plan things out then with the Kanan. Alright, Tsukuba. Ooh. We have a few other Nissans with us. We have an R33 and we have a Nismo Sylvia. Ooh. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one. But we have an SR20 engine. It has a strength deterrence and explode. Oh gosh. So he just big. He's the biggest bird. Don't know what you heard, but I'm the biggest bird. I just realized half the vehicles in this list, in this race, are four-wheel drive on a traction limited course like Tsukuba. Chat, am I cooked? Turn, please. Hologram Palpatine and Shadow Troopers, just regular Palpatine and Troopers. They phase through things until you use it. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Chicago also has a big Greek population too. Hmm. Yeah, you said longer yesterday. Hmm. That being said, if you do need a rest, Wef, don't, you know, don't worry. The VODs will always be here as well. Oh, come on. Two performance legends from the 90s, about equal in power as well. Turbocharged, boxy bricks. New York City is a pretty sizable Hispanic population too. New York City, like, no matter what type of people you're looking for, you could probably find them in New York City. Like, that's just New York. Woke up at 4:16 and again at 5:25. Jeez, that is super early. I'm glad I only have to wake up at like 8. That's the benefit. That's the benefit of having work so close. You can wake up, shower, pack everything you need, get to work way before, you know, still before 9. Makes it so much easier. Oh yeah, you have a massive Hispanic population in California. That's just because, you know, how close you are to, you know, the Mexican border and everything as well. And also because there was a lot living in there even before it became a US state, if I remember correctly. Because it was originally at one point, I believe, part of Mexico. School's 15 minutes away from the house. We gotta be up at 6:30 because you like being early. I mean, props in that aspect. GG, you know, it's good. It's a good habit to get into and stay in, you know. If I were to work at the new place, it's 5 minutes. Ooh. Jeez, my place is far by comparison, and mine's only like 18, 20 minutes away, depending on some of the red lights. 5 minutes away. That is super close. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I believe Reagan was as well. So yeah, you had a couple actors as governor of California. Wait. Reagan. I know Reagan was a California politician. Was he governor, or was he senator? I'm trying to remember. I know he was one of those. Obviously, he was an actor as well, but I'm trying to remember what he was when he was a politician in California. I live in an industrial area. Ooh. I mean, being close to work, that's nice at least. Wish you could live in California. It's so nice. It's expensive though, from what I've gathered. Like, kind of California, like housing, you know, all like the taxes, like the cost of living. Yeah, wages are higher, but like everything else is so much more expensive as well. So it's one of those things where I'm sure it's nice if you have, you know, you have the job for it and everything. But yeah. Should Sylvester Stallone be governor of Texas? I mean, I do not know nearly enough about Stallone or his policies or the political climate of Texas to give a good answer to that question. It would certainly make for an interesting choice. But I personally do not know enough about what Texas needs, and also what Stallone's policies would be. Wish you can live in New York City. I mean, that'd be pretty cool too. I don't know. I'm quite content being a Maryland native. I enjoy Maryland. I like Maryland. Crab cakes, beautiful, beautiful scenery, lots of good people. Maryland. Although if we can remove DC and find a different place to put it, that would be super, super nice. give DC, like, just plop DC in California, call it a day. There you go. It's on the other side of the country. I family in California, live near a golf course. Constantly have golf balls hit the wall. Oh, hopefully they have very shatter-resistant windows then, or no windows facing the golf course. Otherwise, I'm sure repairs could rack up very, very quickly. I'll be able to say you. Yeah, that's the benefit though. Is like, you know, if you find a place where you can enjoy living and everything. Make sure, you know, obviously you don't have a rose-tinted view of the place and everything before you move there. Maybe go for a little bit to kind of suss it out and everything. Into California, got mugged twice. Passed it on the sidewalk. Accidentally lit myself on fire and lost all my money. That seems somewhat believable. How did you almost light yourself on fire? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how someone can almost self-immolate. I don't want to know. Ooh, yeah. No, we don't have a good chance on that one. We do not have a good chance on that one. Ooh. The advanced match. It is a mirror match on the Toge. Yes, okay, okay. We need to do this. I mean, I can go anywhere in Europe. Yeah, but like you enjoy, you know, you enjoy living in the Netherlands, so you live in the Netherlands. Alright, here we got the better launch. We just sell California to Cuba. Wow, considering Cuba's on like the eastern side of the United States and California's on the western side, I'd imagine it'd be very, very difficult for Cuba to manage. Sending it back to Mexico, however, that's a possibility. Nah, as much as I like the Rose California, it is usually better that we have them than we don't have them. It's got our own problems though. Oh yeah, every place has their own problems. That's part of what makes humans humans. But as long as you can recognize the problems and work towards actually like solving them, like that's the big thing. Oh, I love the sound of the engine when it's upgraded. The turbo goes absolutely ham. The blow-off valve is real. Like, you hear the turbo more than you hear the engine. Oh, alright. Careful after the bridge. I say careful, still tap the wall. Alright, watch for understeer. Alright, we're through the fast parts. Now back into the twisty sections. A little bit of drifting. A little bit of a sideways action from yours truly. I mean, if you're getting into 5 fistfights a week, that's a little... I get the feeling you might be doing something wrong. But Europeans basically get free travel to every European country visa-wise. True, but I mean, if you think about it though, that's basically like Americans going to different states in terms of like mileage able to move and everything. But it's still a cool feature that you guys have, and probably for the benefit, as there is still a solid overarching culture that allows y'all to, you know, move around freely without, you know, being generally as much of a burden to each other. But I do want to do some research on like how, with that the free visa and everything, how the voting works. Like, do you vote for the country like you live in, or do you vote for the country you were born in, even if you're like abroad? Like, I wonder where like the cutoff point is for that. That'd be kind of cool to learn. I'll have to do that research in my own time. How the voting works for like European countries and everything. Be really interesting to learn. I didn't level up. Are you kidding me? I could have sworn I'd be able to level up that time. It's not like we're that far away from max level. Like we're level 8. We should be like max level this next race, I think. Ooh, we have options. Alright, let's go to low end searing. Ooh, alright, got the V12 Vanquish, got the RGT, basically your 996 Porsche 911, got the S2000. Basically, we only have one front-wheel drive car, and the rest is just high-powered, sporty rear-wheel drive cars. Let's go, I want to do this. Oh, yes. Let's roll. Oh, that straight line acceleration. This is one of those cars where it doesn't start out with a massive amount of power, but as it gets later, as the engine gets upgraded, it turns into a beast on the track. Like, holy cow. The handling, the braking, the acceleration, even the top speed is really good, despite it only being a 5-speed. Like, this is super awesome. Not bad for a late 80s, early 90s car. Like, it just shreds through the corners. Yeah, the political system is very different than the US, for sure. Like, I can imagine, you know, it because with like the country elections, like there is a lot more, I don't want to say at quote unquote at stake, but like, you know, like it's different, you know. But plus, it's also kind of fun reading up on how that stuff works as well. I know, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I'm like, ooh, how does that work? I want to read up on it. But it's always kind of cool. It's always kind of cool, like, you know, figuring out, you know, or like kind of picking a topic and kind of delving into it a little bit, kind of broadening your knowledge and everything. For instigating myself. Why would you do that? The best way to win a fight is to not get in it. Because even if you win a fight, you lose, because you end up with damage to yourself. You put yourself at risk of going in jail or ending up in hospital or, you know, the afterlife if you mess with the wrong people. And it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. Oh, we're too tight. We're too close to the inside. Let's have 2 parties to vote on. I wonder how many we have here. How many do you have? And I should also add an addendum. How many get a significant amount of like the votes? Because that is the other question I want to add. Because in the US, technically, we do have more than 2 parties. It's just primarily the 2-party system that gets the vast majority of like the voters and everything. So how many y'all have over there? Alright, through the hairpins, through the cat ears. 17. Alright, so that's 17 total. How many actually make up a significant part of like your current, for lack of better words, governments? Because I'm not familiar with the Netherlands political system. Do you guys use like some form of like parliamentary system, right? Like 4 to 6. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a little bit, you know, closer. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to get a couple more political parties. The big thing though is with that, you don't want you know two different flavors of pretty much the same thing, you know? Because at that point you're just like, oh, okay, well, this is just diet this instead. But yeah, nah, it'd be interesting for sure. But anyway, moving away from politics, I gotta maybe enforce that rule a little bit more. We are really close to leveling up to level 10. The S13, this thing, absolute tail happy car, sliding around this course. Love this car in a lot of the racing games it's in. It's fun to drive in the Midnight Club of Los Angeles. It was enjoyable to drive in Need for Speed Heat, as it was a starter car there. It's just a really fun car. Love the S13, love the 180 SX. Oh, that's, yep. Oh, save it. There we go. Yum. Sub 250 lap time as well, that's not bad. There we go. Level up. Oh, still not at the level up all the way. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, so I don't want to ruin with politics. True. Oh man. This is so nice though. It's a shame that you don't have the Stagea in this game. The Stagea is a really cool custom version of it. It basically has the 180SX body, but the front bumper, hood, and fenders of the Sylvia, which is really cool. Ooh, we can actually do well here. I think. Speedy Apple is the ring, let's roll. Oh, we got the E30. Got a Volvo sedan. We got the old FB generation RX-7. Got some heavy sedans. It'll be an interesting fight with this one. Speedy Apple's ring usually kind of shakes it up a little bit compared to how normal tracks are, because you want good acceleration and top speed more than anything. Yeah, for real. Don't get in any fights. Or try to avoid them when you can. As well, it's only a matter of time before you pick the wrong people and you get just really unlucky. Come on, speed! We got Godzilla chasing us down. Come on, easy, that's it. Easy does it. Alright, I think we're pulling a little bit of gap of the R32. They may have a little bit more power than us, but we're able to kind of take these corners a little bit better, I think. Hopefully. Just gotta keep it nice and smooth. When our friends was off it. Oh! Jeez! Glad he's alright, but yeah, that is a scary situation. You know, or just having to rely on, you know, someone potentially finding you or someone getting help and everything, and that they'll do it in time. Oh my word. That is a scary situation. I would never wanna be in that situation like that where you're just kind of sitting there waiting and hoping that, you know, someone comes along and rescues you. That is not, I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. Oh my word. That is scary. Easy. Alright, we're pulling a gap on this skyline. I'm surprised. Usually the inline 6 of the R32, it produces a massive amount of power. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're topping out at just over 155 miles an hour. And it is so quick. It's kind of relaxing though, going on the Speediopolis ring. So you really need like a fast car for it to really be enjoyable, because otherwise the laps kind of drag on a little bit. Had the welder's mouth shut because the lower jaw got shattered on the curb. Oh, that is dirty. That is absolutely horrible. Glad he's doing better now though, but that is rough. Thankfully, I've not been in too many major fights, so I'm mostly still intact. Most of my injuries and scars and everything are from things outside of humans, life in general, and occasionally trying to fight physics. Note, make sure you have proper hand, knee, and elbow protection, as well as head protection, if you're going to be going down steep hills on a bicycle. You do not want to absolutely damage the nerves on your hands. You do not want to tear yourself up. You want to make sure the equipment takes the brunt of the damage, not your body. Because yeah, it hurts, and yeah, you will probably damage something pretty severely. Come on, I want to see if I can't get a sub 108. Oh, a little bit of understeer. Save it, save it, save it. Bonk. Nah, that's gonna kill my speed. We're gonna get one more lap after this to try to get under 108. I hope we can. I hope we can. Oh, this reminds me. I can't wait to do some Tokyo Extreme Racer after we complete the 2 rallies. in my summer car. That is what I really want to do. Some highway racing, battles on the wagon and everything. That would be really, really fun, I think. Positive thing, he's turned his life around as a good person. He turned his life around as a good person again. Yeah, that's a good thing, you know, the redemption story. Yeah, that's the other thing. Having good friends, you know, help you kind of get you out of the tough situations too. For real, for real. You don't wanna you don't wanna necessarily be alone. You wanna have a small group of people you can really depend on and trust that they'll hold you accountable and that you can hold accountable as well. Those are the best friends when you can be real with each other and everything. Yeah, you might want to be. Might be worth trying to find ways to avoid those fights. And at the very least, don't be the one starting stuff. As it close to 400, I know. I'm excited. 101 more, and we'll be able to have channel emotes and membership and all that stuff, which is cool. Plus, also, you know, it's just, you know, it's fun reaching, you know, the big milestones as a streamer and everything. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, you start out, you know, 2 years ago and you see some of the people doing the stream and you're like, oh wow, he's got 300 followers. I want to be just like that. You know, it'd be kind of cool to, you know, how, you know, dedicate people in chat and everything. And then like you do this for enough time and then you're like, oh my gosh. Now I'm getting, you know, the dedicated people and everything. I'm, you know, getting the people watching all the streams and stuff. And it's just really, really fun. It's really, really cool, and I appreciate it so much, you guys. It's just super awesome. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want a sports car, a sporty car. Let's see what options we have. The Evo! Yes, the Evo 7. We had previously done the Evo 8, this is the Evo 7. With the 4G 63 engine. Also had bad crash in iRacing at Pocono with Thunderbird. A tie disconnected to the car. Oh no. That's not good, man. Hopefully it you know, you were able to, you know, do better in the next race. For sure. For sure. Might go to bed at 10:40, I don't know, I'm just hoping to step a little bit more. Yeah, probably not gonna be streaming too much longer either. I'm a little bit, you can probably already tell. I am a little bit EP tonight. It has been a long day at work. So I'm probably gonna, it might be a little bit of an early, at least early for Enthusia stream. Wasn't practicing, no worries. Okay. Yeah, so not nearly as bad. Yeah, I think we got time for like two to three more races in the Evo. And then we can end this stream, I think. Ooh, the Lancer race. Oh, we got an Evo 3. Got 4 Evo 6s. And we have the Evo 8 as well. Jaden, welcome! I've acquired the Holy Trinity in Forza Horizon 5. Oh? What's the Holy Trinity? I want to know what Holy Trinity you're referring to. Are you referring to the McLaren P1, the Porsche 918, and the Ferrari LaFerrari? I'd say the racing was also probably nice. This guy sit one, but I don't. I mean, that's the other thing, you know. You want to have that good, you know, team unity and everything. Oh, nice! Congrats on getting those cars, man. How do they drive? how do they drive? I bet they drive really, really nice. Just through the twistier sections, getting that great acceleration, that great top speed. It's crazy to think that the quote-unquote Holy Trinity, it's over a decade old now. Like they are all over or at a decade old. What's even crazier is, like, when I was growing up, the Holy Trinity was the Porsche Carrera GT, the Mercedes SLR McLaren, and the Porsche Carrera GT, SLR McLaren, and then the Ferrari Enzo were the three, like, the Holy Trinity when I was growing up. I mean, Ben, for example, is probably a nice guy to think. Yeah, for sure. It's always great racing with him. It's a shame I couldn't race with him for the last couple races of TGT. I hope to get to see him on track again next season, because I'll be doing it for sure. P1's my favorite, but they all drive great. I had the 918 in the P1 for a while, but I got the LaFerrari today. And there's an achievement for it. Oh, nice. Very, very cool. It's kind of interesting how certain generations all have, you know, the quote-unquote holy Trinity and everything. Like, in the 90s, you had, you know, the McLaren F1, the Jaguar XJ220, and the Bugatti EB110 as what could be considered the Holy Trinity of, like, the top speed cars. And the Koenigsegg, yes. Like, we are living in an era of unprecedented performance. What do you think would be the new era of the Holy Trinity? That is a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't think the 2020s Holy Trinity has come around just yet. But I think with Porsche teasing something soon. Unless, I think the current most recent Holy Trinity is essentially the Holy Trinity of, like, the track-based crazy hypercars. We have the Mercedes AMG 1, the Aston Martin Valkyrie, and the McLaren Senna. I think that could be considered a more modern Holy Trinity of, like, the pure, like, absolutely mental, crazy aero, track-based cars. Right now it's the Koenigsegg Jesko, Bugatti Chiron, and the AMG 1. Yeah, the AMG 1 probably, it deserves to be on, like, whatever Holy Trinity of the 2020s. I guess it depends if you're going for pure top speed or, like, the crazy lap times. But nowadays, there's just so many, like, top-level hypercars out there that are just absolutely mind-boggling performance that you don't really have a trinity per se anymore. You have, you know, a pantheon, essentially. Alright, brake just before the curb. There we go. Keep it nice and tight. Alright, into carousel. Let's make sure we do really, really well here. Gotta, oh gosh, that is not well. That is not well at all, Isaac. Gotta remember, this thing is four-wheel drive, so it does like the understeer just a little bit. But it is still nice. What racing would you say in GT is the most iconic one in the last 20 years? Ooh. I'd say probably the C6R Corvette is up there. Because no matter where you were, there was always the C6R. The 911 GT3, especially the you know, the most recent one is definitely an absolutely iconic vehicle. Rexy, yeah, they're like, we have Rexy as like one of the main examples, but like you have other, you know, examples of, yeah, the RSR, the C6, in terms of the memes, probably the BMW M8 GTE being the big sniffer BMW. But yeah, there's a lot of good choices. Recently on how to the splits. It's not gonna do the Johnny Cage nut punch. Oh gosh. Please protect your testes. Do not crack the nuts. Crack other nuts. Not the nuts of your brothers. Maybe the Ford GT. Ooh. True. An homage to the Le Mans winning vehicles. Going back to Le Mans and you know, fighting for wins in class. That's true. I do miss the old Ford GTs. The 2016 era Ford GTs. Those were so cool. The GTE class in general was so awesome. The old RSR, yeah, the old RSR before they swapped the gearbox and the transmission around with the shorter exhaust. That sounded good. I will say, in terms of prototypes, the Toyota TS040 is an absolutely legendary prototype as well. True. The DB9, the V12. That thing. No, it was the V12 Vantage GT3. Because the DBR9, which was pre-GT3, but still kind of ish GT3. But like at the start of GT3, you had the V12 Vantage, and that thing was a screamer. Holy cow, you get to drive that in ACC as well. And it's very tough to drive. It's very tough to be on pace in the old Aston. But I will say, it is crazy. Yeah, the 908, the 919. I mean, the Audi R8 and R10 were just destructive in terms of endurance racing. The sheer power, especially once they switched to diesel, they basically became unbeatable. Alright, we got time for one more race. The Rebellion R15. Ooh. Kind of. That one was alright. It was gorgeous livery. Gorgeous car, but it wasn't super successful, right? Unless I'm getting it mistaken from another Rebellion. Ow. Hi. Can you not rear end me? Thank you. Here we go. Nice and smooth. Over the crests. We can cut as much of that as possible because one, we're in a rally car for the road. And 2, because thankfully the game does not have tire pressure loss or punctures or suspension damage. So we can curb hop to our heart's content. I won't be as active as I will be next week. That's alright. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy the time with the family and everything. True, in the final years, but I mean, at that point, like, the only real competition I had was Toyota. Oh gosh. Oh, we have made a mistake. We have caused a pile up. We have caused a pile up. Trying to shift into reverse is tricky in this game. Alright, let's catch that roof. We're not gonna let a European car beat us on this European track. Welcome back, Adachi. I believe we are on the final race of the stream right now, as we are hunting down the roof, the turbo flat 6 ahead of us, the little turbo inline 4 under our hood, duking it out for performance supremacy on this very tight these tight Venice roads. Speaking of unlucky Le Mans cars, the LM Nismo. That wasn't necessarily unlucky, it was just wasn't designed very well. Like, Nissan was going for like all the crazy Wunderwaffle designs as opposed to trying to go for like the tried and true and just doing it better than everyone else. Instead they were like, alright, well what if we made a vehicle that has like no front? And then let's get into a legal dispute with Pinos. Yeah, awesome. Alright, now let's make a front-wheel drive Le Mans car without a like hybrid system that works. That's also super long. And off the bed. Alright, Russell. There we go, back into the lead. A couple good chicane runs, and we're able to pull the gap off of the roof behind. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna be able to do a Thursday stream next week because of Thanksgiving. Oh well, the week afterwards I'll probably make sure I do Gran Turismo, as we are very close to completing Gran Turismo 2, and I'd like to definitely beat that before Christmas for sure. Alright. Nice and smooth. Almost halfway done. Honestly, to change it around road drive with the normal hybrid system. Yeah, the aero was solid, but for some reason they were like, I don't know, they were just really weird with it. And it just didn't work. And then you had the Nissan DPI as well, with the Ligier chassis. And oh my gosh, in IMSA those things were absolute dogs. Super unreliable. It's a shame because I was hoping that they would do well. But Nissan in terms of motorsport kind of fell off a little bit. They're starting to get back with some moderate success in GT4 racing with the Nissan Z. But yeah, they're pretty rough. Like, it used to be crazy. Nissan used to be in so much forms of motorsport, and now they're just nowhere. Yeah, Tequila Patron. Yep, the green and black ones, yes. Those ones, they sounded great. I had the pleasure to be able to listen to them IRL, but they were super unreliable and just really off pace, even with the BOP. They just couldn't do that well. So eventually Nissan kind of scrapped the project. Like, don't get me wrong, the Mazda was pretty unreliable as well. But at least in the shorter races, the 2 hour and 45 minute races that IMSA runs, the Mazda was very, very quick in those. They just couldn't do the endurance races all that well. With the exception of its final outing at Petit Le Mans. Yes, the Mazdas. Absolutely miss them. I want Mazda to come back as, I want Mazda to come back as, like, an LMDH manufacturer. They like, the DPI car, especially in that Soul Crystal Red, was gorgeous, you know? The sound of the little Skyactiv inline fours was just so good, too. And they were quick. They were lightweight and they were quick. They just did not have the reliability for the longer endurance races like Daytona and stuff. But in the shorter sprint races, holy moly. Then I race in the MX Cup now. Well, that's because the only sports car Mazda really makes is the MX-5. Like, you can't really build a GT3 car. You can't really build a GT3 car off of an MX-5. It's not to my knowledge. Maybe a GT4 car, but definitely not a GT3 car. So it's, you know, you kind of limited a little bit. That being said, Mazda does do a lot of sponsorship of grassroots motorsports here in the States. We even have a Formula Mazda, which is like part of the Road to Indy. It's like a junior Formula series for IndyCar, and they provide all the engines and stuff like that for that. And it is really, really good. Fucking watch me. Yes, they need to come back. They need to come back. I want the little buzzy inline fours. I want the little screaming inline fours tearing up the track again. Then again, like I said, Mazda does a lot more, like, focusing on, like, the grassroots motorsports and everything. Even the National Autosport Association Spec Miata races, you know, they do get some factory level support, and these are the NB chassis Miatas. And I've been the most recent generation. Miatas. Mazda still provides support and, like, kits and everything for the Spec Miata cars and all that stuff. The rotary back in. Unfortunately, I think it needs to be like a production engine, I believe. Or at least somewhat a production-based engine. The MX-5 can't be a GT3 car. Bro, if Mazda had an MX-5 GT3 car, I would be over the moon. But I feel like it would be a little bit of a pipe dream. It'd be like something you'd see at a Gran Turismo, trying to get like a Group 3 car for every manufacturer. So that way, you know, you could have a manufacturer's cup for every single race, or, you know, for every single manufacturer. I'd drive it. I mean, honestly, I'd be willing to give it a go. The short wheelbase would be an interesting challenge for sure, compared to some of the longer traditional GT3 cars. I think we'd be all right, probably. There we go. We get some grippy boys. Oh, we got a lot of points as well in the Road We Got a Championship. Always fun racing at Marco Strada. One of my favorite tracks in the game, for sure. Alright, but I think it's time to end the stream. It is getting a little bit late, and I am starting to get just a little bit of a headache. I'll be helpless in the straights, but an absolute gremlin in the corners. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be like a GT4 would match it better because you have other vehicles like it, like the KTM, the Ginetta, you know, the Porsche as well. You know, little 4 cylinders. I'll switch to the Mustang and ACC, but it's crap. Yeah, I'm American, but I'm not a big fan of it either. Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream here. I've got just a little bit of a headache, and I know I need to get up early tomorrow. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know when we're well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know when I'm cool so I can fix it in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever time it is for you, may it be a great time. And I hope to see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye bye.